Hey friends, Kishie Wyatt here from Radiance. Thank you for joining me for this all-level slow flow. Our focus is a lot of core work and also settling into the universal truth that everything is just as it should be. Have a beautiful day. Beginning our time together in a supported bridge, coming to lie on the floor with your feet on the floor, lifting your hips, sliding a brick underneath your sacrum. Let the feet be heavy. Let the hips be heavy. And then take your hands and place them on your hip points. And start to connect to breath circulating in the place where your hands are resting. You'll feel the movement of the soft tissues that are resting beneath your hands. And let this receiving of breath be an invitation to let time stand still. Let it be an invitation to be completely open to your inner world. And let it be an invitation to move for the next 45 minutes or so with a sense of non-attachment, with a sense of being wide open to the present moment, the deepest understanding that everything is just as it should be. Inhale to sweep both hands overhead, reaching the fingertips back. Then exhale, pull the right knee into your chest, hug it in. Slowly place the right foot back down, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, left knee to chest, hug it in, shoulders relax. Inhale, foot down, arms overhead. One more on each side like that. Exhaling, right knee to chest. Inhale, reaching, foot to the floor. Exhaling, left knee to chest. Left foot comes down, arms reach back, overhead. Then grab opposite elbows, getting a good shoulder opening here. Allow the shoulders to relax down to earth. And then one by one, begin to stretch the legs closer to straight. They may come all the way straight, or you might have to keep up at a 3/4 bend in your legs. And now picture a long line through both sides of your body, from the heels all the way out through the elbows. And let your breath move energy, move space up and down those lateral side lines. For now, moving from thinking to feeling. From doing to being. Extend the fingertips back. Hands come down. Bend both legs, feet to the earth. Pressing into your heels. Lift your hips up. Slide the block away. Keep pressing the hips up as the hands come to earth. Then isometrically pull your heels back towards your shoulders, so you'll feel engagement of the entire back body. That'll be an exhale. On the inhale, press the heels away from the shoulders. And there you'll get a little stretch and massage through the shoulder blades. Exhale, squeeze the heels in, tightening through the hamstrings. Inhale, press away. One more, squeeze it in. And then slowly float the back body all the way down to the earth. Hug your knees into your chest. Begin rocking and rolling up and down your spine. We'll roll all the way up to stand. I will recommend that you have blocks at the tops of your mats waiting for you. Bringing your hands to your heart. And here we'll lift our voices in an Om, allowing your Om to be full of peace, a sense of divine union. Everything is just as it should be. Taking a deep breath in to prepare. Bow your head to your heart and welcome yourself to your mat, to your practice. And collectively, let's set the intention to love this moment and to love this life. On your next inhale, reach both hands up. Exhale, slow forward fold, bringing your hands down to the blocks. Halfway lift, pause right here. So I have my blocks on the highest setting so I can get my spine nice and long. Stretch your right leg straight back behind you, turning the right toes down towards the earth. Isometrically push the hands away from you and then in towards you. So it's almost as though your hands could scrape to the back of your mat. And you'll notice how that'll change sensation in the left leg. And then slowly float right leg down. Left leg extends up. Left toes towards the earth, lengthening heel back as the crown of the head lengthens forward. Press hands down. Isometrically scoop them back. So you can pull the blocks to the back of your mat. Notice how that changes sensation, awakening your body. Left foot comes down. Exhale, full forward fold. Hands scoop to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Bow to the light of your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, come up to that half forward fold, extending the right leg straight back behind you. So you can stay right here, or we can start to activate the core a bit more. This would be an inhale. On the exhale, you round through the spine, you hug your knee into your nose. Maybe you can give your knee a little mwah smooch. Inhale, stretch it back, lift the heart up. Exhale, pull it into. Inhale, imagine you're kicking your right leg through mud. Exhale, 3. Or how about fudge? Fudge would be more fun. 4. I think I've already lost count. Let's hear 2 more. Hug it in. And this last one, kicking out. Kick from your glutes. Make it so strong. And then pause. Imagine that the right foot is pressing into a wall. And with the same amount of energy, you press the hands down into the blocks. Isometrically pull them back towards the foot of your mat. Float the right leg down. Forward fold. Hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Bow, connect. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, pause. And now the left leg extends back behind. Make it so strong. So let's keep those lines of the glutes firing all the way out to the left heel. Keep that activation in your mind as you inhale to press. Exhale, pull it in. And now the squeezing moves to the mid-belly. Inhale, extending out from glutes. Exhale, round it in. Inhale. And of course, you could always come down and take this to table. Now she tells me, right? To a kneeling position if you wanted. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Next time you kick back, you pause, you stay. Stretch the left leg back as though it's pressing into a wall. Engage your left glutes. Feel that long line through the left leg. Press into both hands, isometrically pull them back. Feel the entire body awakened, alive. Left foot comes down. Forward fold. Halfway lift, place the blocks out of the way, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. So you should feel some of the remnants of what was just happening in your hamstrings. And now you have downward facing dog as a place to pedal it out, to work it out. Then we come to stillness. Drop to your knees. Stretch back to child's pose. Inhale up to table. Table turns into cow. Big spinal extension. Exhale, pressing back to child's. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back up to your cow. And slowly lower your body all the way down to the earth. Press into the tops of your toes. Inhale up into a cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale slowly down. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling up through cobra. Stretch it back to child's pose. Up to table. You can bring a blanket under your knees if needed for padding. Stretch your right leg straight back behind you. This is an inhale. Exhale, hug it in, knee to nose. Inhale, kick back like you're pressing through fudge. Then exhale, the right knee comes over to visit the left elbow. Pause a moment here and really feel that. Push the floor away. Feel the squeeze to the right side of your waist. Spin the chest to the floor. So it's a nice little twist. Nice and little, I don't know if those are really the right words, but it'll do for now. Stretch back. And now we bring the right knee to meet the right elbow. So squeeze it in, hug it in. Can you make contact? Your right heel hugging into right glutes. Stretch it back. Right knee comes down. Other way, left leg kicking back. Exhale, knee to nose, round it. Inhale, stretch back. And coming to a nice little twist, left knee comes over to visit right elbow. Pause here, squeezing in. Lift the left heel to left glute. Spin your chest to the floor. Breathe and feel. Notice where there's resistance, where there might be some protesting. Stretch it back. Left knee comes in to tap outer left elbow. Hug it in. And you could feel as though the left arm is pressing into the inner left knee just as much as the knee is pressing into the arm. So again, total body activation. Stretch the left leg back. Left knee to the earth. Downward facing dog. Look up between your hands. Forward fold top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands to heart, inhale, reach up. Immediately fold again. And then you halfway lift, slide your hands onto your blocks. Again, I'm going to recommend the highest setting. Stretch the right leg straight back behind you. Okay, so that same pattern, this is an inhale. Exhale, round it in. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, tap to opposite elbow. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, tap to the right. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, float right leg down. The other way, inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, stretch. Exhale for the twist, opposite elbow. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, same elbow. Stretch it back. Foot comes down. Forward fold, blocks to the side, downward facing dog. High plank. Option to come to your knees, low plank. Cobra or upward facing. Downward facing. Coming forward to your high plank again. Here we hold. So finding isometric contractions in your high plank. Drop the hips down. Then isometrically push the shoulders and the hands away from you. And then imagine that you're going to basically like pull the mat into the midline, so the hands will be moving back and the feet are moving forward, and you're going to create like a little wrinkle in your mat. It probably won't really happen, but that's what you're imagining. So pulling feet and hands in towards each other, you should feel some shaking with joy. And then isometrically press the hands and the feet away from each other. And that's going to be a whole different sensation, right? You're going to now be lengthening and strengthening in different places. So just feel that, notice that. Again, isometrically pull hands and feet in towards each other for 3, 2, 1. Press away. 3, 2, 1. Come to your knees. Child's pose. Start to notice where the heat is starting to build. And you can use your exhale to release any pressure, to release any heat. Your exhale can be like a little pressure valve. Inhale up through table. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Forward fold, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands to heart, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Downward facing dog. Okay, so we're gonna visit those leg lifts again. Feel free to take this down to your knees. You inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, stretch straight. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. It's fine for the chest to move forward in space. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, tap the right arm. Inhale, stretch up and back. Warrior one, right foot steps between your hands, left heel to the earth, rising up into warrior one. This is an inhale. On the exhale, sweep the hands back as the spine comes forward on a diagonal. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, diagonal. Inhale. Exhale. Reaching up. Pause. Now, coming forward on the diagonal, this time keeping the fingertips lengthening up and out. Kick into your left heel, squeeze your left glutes. Pull the left belly into the spine. So it's like a cascade of all these little actions, a domino effect. Feel as though you could stay here for forever. 5, 4, 3. I love this variation of Warrior One because it's very strengthening to your spine. 2, 1. Reach the fingertips up, kick into your back heel. Frame both feet with your hand, not both feet, frame your front foot with both hands. That would be awesome. Downward facing dog. High plank. Option to hang out in high plank or downward facing dog, or take your traditional vinyasa flow. Low plank. Cobra or upward facing, downward facing. Pedal out and breathe. And taking that the other side, left leg rises, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, stretch up and back. Exhale, nice little twist. Twisting cheetah. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, tapping left elbow. Inhale, reach up. Warrior one, left foot steps, right heel down, rising up. Kick into back heel. Lengthen up through fingertips. This is your inhale. Exhale, arms reach forward, sweeping back. Find the diagonal. Slowly moving through space. Inhale. Exhale. You can imagine that there's a string on the back of your heart pulling you up at each time you rise. Exhale. Last one like that. Exhale. Coming up. Pause. And then reaching spine and fingertips forward on a diagonal, kicking into your back heel. Press your inner right thigh back. So it's almost as if the two thighs are going to be pulling into the midline, belly to spine. Breath deep. 3 more breaths. 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Traditional warrior one. Frame the foot with both hands. Downward facing dog. Okay, option now to drop down to the forearms one by one, coming into dolphin pose. If this is not pleasing, you can stay in downward facing dog or take a little break in child's pose. Okay, so I'm going to give you the opportunity to make this dolphin a very core strengthening dolphin. So what we do is we look up between our thumbs. On an inhale, you move forward in space like you're going to kiss both of your thumbs. Then exhale, press back. 4 more of those. Inhale forward. Exhale back. You could come to your knees for this. Inhale. Back. Again. Back. This will be your last one. Hooray. Press back to dolphin. Come to your knees. And then sweep on up to a kneeling position. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulders back and get a big chest opener here. Opening up the places that were just contracting. And then release the hands, reach them up. Hands will come down to table. Downward facing dog. Forward fold, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands to heart, rise up. Hands to heart, pause. And bringing the hands down. Moving into eagle pose, Garudasana. Your feet come about hips distance apart. Give a soft bend in your knees. I will mirror you. So your right leg will be your standing leg first. Hands to hips. Left leg comes up and over. Feel free to let the left toes stay planted in the earth, or they could be lifted. Some of you may be able to wrap the toes around your standing leg. Arms come forward. Left arm under right. Give yourself a huge hug, spreading the shoulder blades. Then if you want to go into the full expression of eagle arms, the forearms wrap around one another. And you sit deeper into your Garudasana. Lean back into an imaginary wall. Notice what that feels like. And then you can crunch it in, pulling the elbows down towards the knees, scooping through the belly. And an inhale will slowly bring you back up. So 2 more of those. Exhaling down. Option to stay still, avoiding the eagle crunches. Can't say I blame you. Last one. Up you come. Unwind your arms, open them out. Hands to hips, stretch your legs straight, unwind, march it out. And taking it the other way, now it'll be the left leg, that's your standing leg. Bend into the knees. Right leg comes up and over. And so maybe you'd like to keep the toes on the floor while you find the positioning of the arms. That can make things a little bit easier. Arms come forward. Right arm under left. Give yourself a big hug. Spread your shoulder blades. Wrap your forearms around each other. Lean back into an imaginary wall. So you can stay right here. The toes can come down. You have lots of options here. Otherwise, we move into those crunches. This is an inhale. Exhale, elbows come down to kiss the thighs. Inhale up. Exhale 2. Inhale. 3. And coming up. Wind your arms. Release the legs. March it out. Coming to stand at the top of your mat. Okay, in your very most graceful way, you are going to come down to sit on your booty. So I like to bring my hands to my heart, sit back into an imaginary chair, and drop the hips down, down. For some of you, you might want to part the knees. You might want to bring your hands down to blocks of the floor. Bam. And then you land with a thud. Bring your hands behind your thighs. Lift your heart as you roll the shoulders back. Leaning into an imaginary wall, lift both legs up. Boat pose. So this could be a perfect place to stay. If you want more sensation, you'll release your oars, reaching the arms forward. I do want to say that if you get tightening in your hip flexors, hold on to the backs of your legs and press the thighs away from you. And that'll ensure that you take it out of the hip flexors. And holding for 5, 4, perhaps you'd like to stretch your legs straight. 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in, bring your feet to the floor, grab one of your blocks. Come to lie down on the floor, and we'll have a fun little block party. So you have a block in your hand, legs are reaching straight up to the sky. Take the block and place it right between your lower calf muscles. So you can squeeze the legs into the block. So you can just hang out here and you should probably get a lot of core engagement. You can also bend the knees if you'd wish. Okay, this is an inhale. Exhale, lower the legs away from you. Keep the lower back pressing into the earth. Inhale, the legs will come back up. So one more like that. Legs lowering down, block traveling away. Inhale, back up. Okay, now we're going to add a little more excitement to things. Your arms reach up, head, neck, and shoulders lift. Grab the block with both hands. Then your arms and legs will move away from each other as your head comes to the earth. Inhale up. Now the legs grab the block. Exhale down. So of course you could do just upper or lower body. You also could keep the legs bent, especially if your lower back is feeling any discomfort here. Please tend to that. Be kind to yourself. Especially because we're going to do about 10 minutes of these. Did you turn me off? Let's say 5. 4. 3. 3, 2, 1. Let the block rest in the legs, lower the upper body down. Squeeze the block as you lengthen out through the heels. Feel the inner thighs moving to midline, holding for 5. Squeeze your glutes, 4. Low belly pressing into the earth, 3, 2, 1. Bend your legs. Grab the block, put it to the side, hug your knees to chest, and rock from side to side. And then bringing your hands behind your thighs, rock and roll up and down your spine. You will meet me in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Get there however you wish. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands to heart, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart, pause. Release the hands down. Okay, so the next place that we're coming, I'm going to recommend that you have the blocks again. You'll come to stand in the center of your mat facing the long edge and take both of your legs nice and wide. And then the blocks will come right behind the feet to be waiting for you for triangle pose. And you will want to have the blocks for triangle pose to add some fun oblique work. Hands to hips, turn your left toes into the midline as your right leg rotates out a full 90. Arms come up, parallel. Bend into your right knee. Warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle, right forearm to right thigh as the left arm reaches up and overhead. Back to warrior 2. Okay, so we can go back to those postures just the way we did, right? Where you have the support of your arms, or we can work the sides of the waist a little bit more, aka the obliques. Bring the hands behind your head. Exhale all air. Inhale, slide the shoulder blades along an imaginary wall as the left elbow reaches back to left thigh. Inhale up. Did you feel that squeeze? Exhale over to the right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale. Exhale right. One more time each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Come back up through center. Extend the arms out to the side. Stretch your right leg straight. Utthita Trikonasana triangle pose. Right hand reaches forward in space. Bring the right hand to your block. Pressing right hand into block. Left fingertips reaching up to the sky. Isometrically push the feet away from each other. Okay, so your right hand is holding the block. Okay, you're going to have a nice firm grasp of the block as you slightly lift the body up about 3 inches. So now the block is floating off the floor, right? Look to your left fingertips. 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand comes back down, or block comes back down, I should say, to the earth. So you can expand completely into your triangle pose and especially focus on length through the left side of your body. Kick the left heel away from you. Roll the belly up to the sky. And then if you want even more opening, the left fingertips will reach overhead. Here you find stability, strength, and a steady breath. Left hand comes back up. Bring the left hand to your waist. All the way up you come. Turn your feet parallel. We'll take all of that the other way. And go ahead and tune in, see what you're feeling through the obliques. Hopefully something exciting. Right toes turn into the midline as your left leg rotates out a full 90. Arms come up. Bend into your left knee. Pressing the feet away from each other so you get those isometric contractions. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Back to warrior two. So you can move exactly like we just did, or we can add the side body contractions. Bend into the left knee a bit more. This is an inhale. Exhale, reach back to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Smooth, controlled movement. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more like that. Tomorrow, when you feel your obliques, hope you think of me lovingly. Send me a little blessing, a prayer of gratitude, because I care about your spine. Reach the hands out, right? Your obliques support your spine from side to side. Stretch your left leg straight. Utthita Trikonasana, reaching forward in space. Left hand comes to the block. Pressing it firmly into the block as the right fingertips reach up. For me, sometimes when I land in triangle pose, I have to rearrange my legs because I like a nice wide stance so I can feel even more stretch through that outer right hip. Okay, and then you're going to grasp the block with your left hand. Come to hover the block off the earth. Look up to right fingertips. 5 slow pulses, lifting up and down 1. Up. So I don't think I said this on the other side, but feel free to veto this if this isn't enjoyable. Or if you feel like it's not good for your back, of course, leave it out. One more. And then coming to let that block plant into the earth. Pressing right fingertips up. Lengthen the feet away from each other. Breathe space into the right side of your body. And then for more space, right fingertips will reach overhead. Kick into right heel as the fingertips reach in the opposite direction. Watch your breath move. Watch your body breathe. Right hand reaches up. Right hand to the hip. And press yourself up to a standing position. Bring the feet parallel to one another. Wide-legged forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Hands to hips. The tailbone reaches up and back as the heart reaches out and forward. And your blocks might be in the way. If so, you could, of course, just scooch them away if they're a distraction. And hands will slide down to the floor. Soften the crown of your head down. Push into the outer edges of your feet. And here we're just letting the spine dangle. You have been working the muscles all around the spine. They've been contracting and supporting. Now we give them the opportunity to release, let go, find space, length. And then press into your hands, halfway lift. Heel toe the feet closer together. Slide your hands to your hips and come all the way up. Okay, now we come to lie on our bellies. You can put the blocks to the side and come to lie down on your stomach. Hands come down, palms turn so that they're facing the midline. And we'll move into a couple of locust flows. On an inhale, you lift the upper and lower body, squeezing inner heels together. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise. Exhale down. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, lifting up. Coming down. Hands under shoulders. Stretch yourself back into a child's pose. Complete releasing, dropping down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to come to lie on our backs. So just landing on your mat in either direction. Coming flat onto your back. Hands by your side, bring the feet to the floor. So I'm going to cue bridge pose. If you have another back bend you prefer to take, please go for it. So for bridge pose, your hands are by your hips. You tuck the tailbone under and you lift the spine off the earth bit by bit. You walk your shoulders underneath your chest, interlace your fingers, pressing into the outer wrists, and the outer pinky knuckles to lift the hips up even higher. How much length can you get between the floor and your hips? Your chin squeezes softly in towards your chest as your chest leaps towards the chin. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands soften, shoulders soften. Lower the spine down to the earth. Bring your arms out to the side in goalpost arms. Walk your feet as wide as the mat. And rock the knees from side to side. Unwinding the places that were just contracting. And then coming up through center. Walk your feet so they're hips distance apart. Pull your right knee to chest. Interlace fingers behind the right leg. Stretch right leg up to the sky. And then pull the right thigh bone in towards your chest. Press into your left heel and let the hips lift off the floor. So this is a really nice hamstring stretch that also feeds down into the lower back, giving you some extra space in those posterior chains. The more you flex right toes, the more you'll feel this in the back of your right leg. Slowly lower hips down, hug right knee to chest. Right foot to the floor. Left knee comes in. Interlace fingers behind the left leg. Stretch the left leg straight up. Pressing into your right heel, lift the tailbone up off the floor. So notice how that just makes it a whole different experience. Encouraging energy and space to flow into the lower spine. Shoulders relaxed. Perhaps flexing left toes more, lengthening the left heel on a diagonal towards the wall behind you. Breath soft and deep. And preparing to come out, hips come down. Hug left knee to chest. Left foot to the floor. Stretch your legs out onto the earth. Arms relaxed by your side. Close your eyes. And allow yourself to rest completely on your mat. With every exhalation, Give yourself permission to let go, unwind, release, and relax. And if your body needs to stay here longer, please do so. Otherwise, I will be calling you out. Watch the waves of your breath rise and fall. And begin to take any small movements to awaken your bodies, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Circle ankles and wrists. Bend your legs, feet to the floor. And rock your knees from side to side. Roll over to your favorite side. Press yourself up to a seated position. Bringing your hands to your heart. And bow your head to your heart. Collectively, let's set the intention to move into the rest of our day with a sense of knowing that everything is just as it should be. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. Namaste.